fixture, toaster, whatever. And a lot of times we'll come in, we'll plug this in, and we'll see red and yellow. And basically somebody came in and they connected the outlet, they reversed the hot and neutral wires. So that's your current. Your electrical current is going to be electric current is going to be hot and neutral. It's black and white wire, usually could be red, another color of another bright color possibly. When the current runs in, basically alternating current. So the current flows through the appliance, and if you don't have the neutral, you don't complete the current.
Which one is hot and which one is neutral?
The black is going to be hot, or red, or yellow, and your white is going to be the neutral wire.
Okay, so white's always neutral.
Could be gray too. And basically, in Cook County, we use conduit for our piping to run our wire. And the conduit is your ground element. If you were in some outlying suburbs where construction costs are a bigger concern, they use Romex wiring. Romex is a cheaper form. An electrician can put it up in a snap. He's basically running insulated wire that's double insulated, and he's just running lengths and he's channeling through the different locations. Here you have to have somebody bend the pipe and then pull the wire through and feed everything. So the cost is higher, but the protection level is greater. Let's just show you how the ejector pump works, since Jeff invested so much time and energy into his display. Oh, there's our toilet. Water flowing through here. That's actually running down, if you saw, down below into the ejector basin. How do we know this is an ejector basin? It's got two pipes on it. One is for waste. That's the clear pipe that we see right here. It's got a check valve on it, so once it discharges the waste, the pump kicks in, it pumps it up and over. We'll let it go and do it one more time. And
One's for air, gas.
yeah, one for the waste gas. So again, same thing with ventilation. Over on that side is a sump pump. It's a single one. Now, just because you see two pipes over here and one over here, I can't always assume that that's the case, because we have creative plumbers in our area. And some of them will use a sump pump, or an ejector pump should be. Some of them will put in, waste could be feeding into there, and there might not be a vent, or it might even be open. So that's where your inspector comes in and he's testing everything to make sure everything's functioning properly.
So you would have two of these basin type things? Is that what you're saying?
In a new construction, you would have two of these basin types. In some of the older houses, some people may have retrofitted the existing systems in here. Let's just get this one right here so you can see. And what you have in here with our newer toilets, they try and use a little bit less flow. They use a design in here, and it siphons the water and the waste out by using less water. So depending on how they model that, might be a third flush. Depending on how they model that, that'll actually, they actually rate your toilets on flushing capability, 2 to 10 probably. And some of the stronger toilets you've probably seen in commercials, somebody's flushing golf balls down the toilet. I wouldn't recommend that. But there we go.
All right.
Oh, it's terrible. So that would basically be taking the water, and see how we see that waste line over there on the foundation wall?
Yeah.
That's called an overhead sewer. So your waste is actually you're in your basement, your waste is actually at an elevated point.
This guy right here?
Yeah. A lot of the older houses don't have an overhead sewer. They actually have the waste line going down into the slab. So one thing that you can do if you want to eliminate possibly waste water from coming back up during a heavy storm is you cut off all the other drains, and you actually take your laundry sink and whatever bathroom, if you have a bathroom down there, and your floor drains, and you feed it into a basin just like that, which is an ejector pump. So all the waste flows into that basin, and that basin actually takes that water and pumps it up and over and into the main waste line at a high point. So you create a high point for your basement so that you don't have wastewater coming in through the floor drain. We'll come in, we'll see somebody will have a floor drain, and they'll screw in something called an extension pipe on your floor drain, basically that functions as a extension of the waste line. So if you have a floor drain down low and you take a pipe in there, a standpipe, I'm sorry, and you screw it in there, if water flows up from the waste line because it's meeting the level of the street, it's building up, whatever pressure is pushing it back through, it'll flow within that pipe. Standpipes we typically don't recommend because when you screw one of those standpipes in, now you don't have a floor drain. So if your water heater breaks or if a pipe breaks, the water in that level in the basement needs to rise up to the standpipe now. So that's one of the things that, we're trying to resolve waste backflow through a number of different ways. Standpipes aren't ideal. You typically have to be home to put them in. So they'll work for you if you're there and